Welcome back, my lovely Sims. Today we will finally be continuing the Bakugou Katsuki X Hawk System Listening series. I'm sorry for taking so long. I will be trying to post more frequently of this series. But no further ado, let's begin. It's written by Crimson_A on Wattpad, link in the description below. Chapter 35. Embarrassed Katsuki. Before you knew it, you had thankfully been discharged from the hospital and made it back to Endeavor for the rest of your internship. Reports of Stain were all over the news, speaking about 3 teenagers and 2 pros who witnessed what happened. Except the story was changed to reveal that Endeavor took the spotlight and defeated the villain himself. Once that was cleared, your internship time had to come to an end. You were with Rick Lance to leave the Roki's household, mostly because you missed Fuyumi and Natsuo so much when you were gone. But the goodbyes were sweet and sorrow. Visit soon, okay? Fuyumi pleaded while squeezing you. Yeah, don't stay away for long, Shrimpy. Natsuo laughed as he ruffled your hair. You blew a few strands from your face and nodded while smiling. Turns out, you never got to see Toya while you were there, because Fuyumi told you that he left home and never contacted him. That made your heart ache. Fuyumi always wanted a whole family, but her was falling apart. After that, Shota and you took the bullet train back to UA. You were most excited about seeing one individual, the most though. Katsuki was all you could think of about the entire trip back. We should discuss how to initiate the relationship between you and Bakugou. Shota stated bluntly, catching you off guard. Well, Shota, I think I can handle it. You formed with him with as much confidence as you could. Alright. He hummed in satisfaction. But in reality, did you know how to initiate it? No. Did you know how to flirt? No. Was Katsuki the type to express his emotions? Hell no. You were becoming worried that you messed up and would have to actually marry Shoto whenever it was after graduation or after you become pro. It doesn't matter, but you knew that you wanted to know more about Katsuki because he interested you, not only to save your friendship with Shoto. We're here. You got off the train and made it to school in time, walking up to your closed classroom door. As you walked in, you were greeted with smiling friends. Kushima and Zero, while Kanari and Mineta stood further away. Hey Hoyan, long time no see. Kushima greeted you and gave you a side hug on your left, while Zero did the same on your right. Glad to see Endeavor didn't turn you into a chicken nugget, hey Wen? He said in the most adorable baby voice ever. He saw him as the baby of the group. Oh, thanks Zero, don't you have a pervert to tape? You laughed and pointed towards Mineta, who was ruling over Rebecca, Sue, and basically all of the girls. Again. You, however, only gained a decent wave from him as you made eye contact. Using your feather knife, they pinned him to the classroom wall and barely missing his head with a sharp blade and effectively scared him. Worked so well that he actually respected you. And when you were around, he was a gentleman to all the girls. When you weren't, he was a minute again. When you least expected it, the classroom door slammed open with so much force it stopped everybody's conversation in the room. Ryan! Freaking Hedgehog shouted angrily. He stomped over to you and grabbed you by the shoulder. Shit, he found out about that. You fucking lied to me! He screamed louder than before. He shook you by the shoulder so you couldn't even see him clearly. I was gonna tell you. Please stop shaking me! He didn't in fact stop shaking you, and only did it faster. Kushima had to pry him up while Zero ducked you behind him so you were out of view. I'm fine, Katsuki. So, yeah, I wasn't Hosu and saw the hero killer, but I didn't get involved. Kushima then let go of Katsuki, who was breathing heavily from the outburst. Katsuki walked calmly over to you and Zero reverently stood aside. Katsuki came so close to you you could feel his breath on your neck as he whispered in your ear, I would have blown that fucking bastard's head off. He said aggressively but quietly. You laughed, still not looking at him directly. Yeah, I know you get worried. He stood straight up and glared at you. I wasn't worried, dumbass. I didn't say I'd do it for you. He continued to ramble on, but you were focused on something else. His hair. Everything else was normal about him, but his hair was gelled neatly into a pretty boy hairstyle. You bursted into a fit of laughter after seeing the training bastionist help with him. Kushima and Zero looked at you like you were crazy, until finally noticing his hair too, and laughed along. Katsuki became extremely vivacious and flustered. Shut up, losers! My hair's gonna use this, and I couldn't fix it. So, shut the fuck up! He directed his attention more onto Kiri and Zero. What would you do if we didn't, pretty boy? You laughed out, and he looked at you with the wide eyes and a furious blush spread across his flawless, smooth cheeks. Funny you said that, idiot. You said I could have shot with you if I got a better haircut. He laughed. You stopped, though. It was your turn to turn red in the face. The boys stopped laughing too. They wanted to listen to the drama. Well, that mean you'd want a shot, and I didn't even say that directly. You shouted at him. No, I wouldn't fucking not, because I don't do this to my hair, and you did. He shouted back. You got up in his face and glared playfully, trying to hide your smile. Did not? You continued to your planter. Did fucking too? When you and Katsuki were hitched away from the other's face, angry expressions on them, but still worried, mischievous smirks. Just kiss already! You both heard Kiri and Zero were giggling like fanboys. What? You shouted. Shut up! Katsuki's voice quivered as a result of his friend's joke. He picked them up by the collar and threatened to blow them up. The boys were still laughing while trying to make Katsuki let them go. Calm down, Katsuki! You managed to convince him to let them go. He turned to you and pouted a bit. My hair isn't that fucking bad, right? His voice was gruff, and you were amused he still wanted to act like a tough boy. You pretended to think for a bit, making Katsuki impatient. You look like the most handsome king explosion murderer to ever exist. You said and showed him your award-winning smile. He looked at you shocked, and before you could notice that way, his face flared up, or his lips quirked into a small smirk. He turned on your heels to go talk to the girls. Well, it's not like I cared! He yelled momentarily after you. Fuck, bro. Didn't realize you had a thing for YN. Kushima chuckled, obviously meaning it as a joke. Now Katsuki was incapable of feelings any other emotion but rage. Katsuki, who remained silent, just stared at you. He swallowed hard, and Zero noticed how slowly his Avden apple moved, and how his eyes followed your movement. Holy crap, you really do like her? He squealed, making Katsuki snap. Back into reality and slap a hand over his mouth, coming dangerously close to exploding the blackhead's head to the moon. "Shut the fuck off," he said to them in a grim voice that showed them he would kill them. What the fuck am I gonna do now? Ooh, I just realized I have to edit this. I did a good amount of mistakes. Oh well, that's bad for me. But that was a good chapter. That was such good. I love that. Oh my god, I love that so much. But that was chapter 35. Hope you guys have a good night or afternoon. Bye bye, and see you guys next video.